Hey, fifth grade. I'm just here with your weekly instructional lesson for this week, November 4th. We are in November. Um, so last week you had a weekly instructional lesson that directly related to a checkpoint. And this week is, let me look, the same. So I know that last week and I can't remember if it was fourth or fifth. I think it was fifth. Could not get to that checkpoint. So I'm going to try it again and we'll see what happens. If you have problems, just let me know. So remember, the weekly instructional lessons are no longer called weekly instructional lessons. They are down through the checkpoints to help you better complete the checkpoint. So just remember that, okay? So I'm going to share. All right, so your learning target this week is I can describe what a territory is from the United States. So the new project is called States and Territories. So this is an introduction into what a territory is. So again, your video will be here after I complete making it. So you're going to find that there are a lot of territories in the United States or located around the United States. These ones here, these 5 here are the main ones that are inhabited by people and have some rights under the United States. So these are the ones we want to focus on, okay? The Northern Mariana Islands, Guam, American Samoa, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. You may have heard of some of these, and you may not have heard of some of these. So just think, are these locations part of the United States? So your read, watch, and do for this week, you're going to read some facts about these United States territories. They are different than the states in as far as their rights, responsibilities, and the way they're governed. This video is just another piece of information for you to gain so you know more what territories are. And then this vocabulary slide deck is something that you will go through. There are, I think, 6 words, maybe a couple more, but this is what it looks like. So you can present it if you do that, then it's right there for you. And you can just click through, okay? So there's the word list. I was right, 6. And then here's the definition. Here's an example. Here's another example. So I really like the slide deck because it gives you some examples and ways to apply that word. So your explain is, what does it mean to be a resident of a territory? So think about what you've learned when you do this read and watch and what you've learned about people that live in a territory versus people that live in a state, and try to think if you can and find one difference. That might help you answer that question better. So for evaluate, you're going to do your flip grid. And remember, when you do your flip grid, mine won't be there. Usually I put an example, but not this time. So you need to log in. And then when you get down here, you have to add the plus button. And sometimes, usually I go back and give you a video response so that you can see how you did in that flip grid. So I'm not sure how it pops up on your end. I think you get an email. So try to go back and just see the feedback that I've given you. And then your elaborate, again, is a direct connection to one of your checkpoints. So make sure you are working with those simultaneously so that you can get the best information you can. And then always a self-assessment reflection question. So that is for this week. Again, our project is coming due November 19th, so we don't have a whole lot of time left. And so you'll see on your report cards that because we don't have a set grade yet, you have an incomplete. And that simply means we have not had a project to give a solid grade. As soon as they are scored, you will get that grade, so you'll know where you are. And you can always tell where you are when you go to your year page. It'll show you, you have a blue line and it'll show you what's red and green. Red simply means that maybe you haven't turned it in and you're behind. And those things you can talk about with your other teachers in your learning guide. So if you need anything for history, please reach out to me, Hangout, email, and I will be seeing, actually, sadly, I'll be talking to you guys soon, but I'll see you in your Flipgrid. So make sure you get those done because I love to watch those. All right, bye everyone.